Hello there, gang, and welcome to an unusual video, because I was doing a live stream this morning when the Deadpool 3 trailer dropped. So I thought, you know what? We got to cover this right now. So we did about a half-hour trailer breakdown of everything in there. And I thought, you know what? Twice? This deserves to be its own video. So it is. So here is my snippet from the live stream. I hope you enjoy.
So let me just see if I can get this in a place where I can see your comments as well, and we can be kind of clever with this. So first of all, of course, we've got this starting out.
All right, okay. It's been a challenge.
Set up at the end of Deadpool 2 is actually kind of canon to this Deadpool universe, which is genuinely surprising. I didn't think that was necessarily going to be the case. I thought that all the time travel stuff was just going to be a fun, silly thing to kind of, just wrap up, kind of like a post-credit scene, basically. But no, it seems like they're actually going all in with that. Like this is what it is. He has fixed the timeline, he's broken things down, and now like it's gonna be a problem for him and for the rest of the MCU, and that's kind of cool. I think bringing in the TVA, that's an interesting way to go about things.
2 years for sure.
And also,
but I'm happy.
Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool with a full head of hair is just nightmare fuel. Like we were talking about in the first movie, they had that fun scene about saying how scary he looks. Actually, nothing looks scarier or more disturbing than Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool with a full head of hair, especially with the weird Ken doll kind of look to it. Not a fan. Definitely not a fan. So what is kind of adorable, though, I'm just coordinating my fingers so I can swap back between the different things, is seeing all the people returning. You've got what was his name? Teddy Bear? I forget the name of the character, but he saved his teddy bear, which is just
I'm the luckiest man
actually
alive.
The entire rest of X-Force as well. We get his what's the name of his girlfriend? I forget. But she's great. I'm actually really happy that they did maintain her character, because fridging her at the start of Deadpool 2, that felt really just formulaic. And just because you point something out as being formulaic and say, oh, this is fridging, it doesn't take away from the fact that that is what you're doing. So yeah, it's great to see her back, even though I'm guessing that this whole family reunion, birthday scene, like these characters are only going to be here for a couple of minutes. Vanessa, thank you, Gary. I was thinking Vanessa, but then I was like, no, it can't be Vanessa because the Kingpin has Vanessa. I guess we can have more than one Vanessa. That is acceptable. I mean, we have more than one character played by the same actor sometimes. And here you go. We've got, I guess, the TVA. I haven't watched Loki season 2. So I actually don't remember the costumes very well, but yeah, I think it's safe to say that these guys are the TVA doing their TVA kind of thing. And actually, genuinely, the costumes look sick. I'm sure that these might very well be the same costumes that we saw in Loki, but just on the silver screen with whatever kind of finishes that they do to make things look pretty, they look really pretty. Whoa, and they've got their little shock sticks as well. And you know what? So from what I can remember from Loki, those shock sticks do they just erase you from the timeline entirely. That's kind of it, isn't it? Okay, and these guys have more orange and different masks, Tom. There you go. That's something that you're saying there. More orange and different masks. Well, it's always good to mix things up a little bit. Plus, more action.
That's supposed to be scary. Pegging isn't new for me, friendo.
I didn't pick up that line when I first watched the trailer, but there you go. That's we open.
But it is for Disney.
We opened Deadpool 3 with a pegging joke and a Disney joke. Interesting. Okay, but again, that's our first reference to Disney. So it's like, okay, so this is the fourth walliest breaking movie that you can get. And again, I'm kind of cool with that, but at the same time, you think about the genuine high levels of emotion and drama that we have actually been able to have in the MCU. Like that's all gonna kind of disappear with Deadpool pegging everyone. And
Mr. Wilson,
I gotta say, Wade Wilson with like little tufts of hair sticking out of his head. Don't like that. That looks so weird. It makes me really uncomfortable. And also, for whatever reason, this actor, this TVA guy, I'm just gonna call not Peter Seranovitz.
You appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious.
I can see that joke coming. The moment they were like, you appear to have soiled yourself. It's like, yeah, he wasn't unconscious. But yeah, that guy's clearly not Peter Safranovitz because he's already
Who are
played
you?
someone.
Why am I here?
Walk with me.
Walk with me. Already it feels like the TVA has a little more pop and a little more flash and a little more sass than in Loki. At least I feel that way. But maybe that's just me like painting the pretty trailer over the top of the images.
Wait.
And there's the classic costume. And I gotta say, even though I don't know if they've necessarily changed the costume at all or anything,
You are special.
looks good. It looks
This is your
bright
chance
and bold.
to be a hero.
That looks very, very clean comic book style. Whereas so many times we've seen Deadpool's costume and it's intentionally been very, very messy and messed up and charcoal and soot and just dirt and blood all over it. It's actually really nice to see a bright, shiny, clean
Hero
Deadpool
among heroes.
And there you go. That's the MCU right there. And again, I find this approach with the TVA and all the multiversal stuff. It's interesting and like it opens up possibilities. But again, it does just kind of, I feel like it sort of pulls the curtain back. It's kind of like if you're watching a pro wrestling show, but it's like watching a Vince Russo. Boom. Wow. There you go. It's like watching a Vince Russo pro wrestling show where you have the matches and everything's like, oh, this is the matches and the show and the story. And then they go, yeah, but this is the behind the scenes thing. Look, these guys aren't really friends. And, you know, it's like sometimes when you blur the lines of reality like that,
I smell what you're stepping in,
you
Sensei.
lose a lot.
Your little cinematic universe?
Okay, so is this a villain? Or is this the back of Wade's head? Hang on a second.
Your little
Yeah.
cinematic.
This dude, this Richard O'Brien looking guy over here. Who's this dude? If you told me that it was like one of the Dark Elves from Thor: The Dark World, I'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I'm assuming this shot here is the classic villain shot. So I don't know which villain this might be, but it looks pretty villainous. Or even maybe a young Charles Xavier. Or Cassandra Nova, Mike coming in hot there. Could be Cassandra Nova. That would be interesting. Yeah, that was a rumor. So you never know. That could be something. Good guess there. Could be.
The universe is about to change forever.
Boom. There you go. That got a big pop. You know that if you were watching this for the first time in a movie theater or something, seeing the back of Wolverine there in the white tux, it's Mother Lovin' Patch. That's who we're dealing with here. So you know that this is going to be Deadpool in Madripoor at some point. It's you see little things like this. That's what gets the juices flowing. That's what it gets the people going.
I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
Marvel Jesus. I tell you what, if that's not going to be a best-selling t-shirt, I don't know what is. That's going to pick up and take off. But again, I'm just reiterating back to my previous point of it does kind of cheapen everything else in the Marvel universe because it's like, okay, this is all just a BS story, you know? So yeah, I kind of like this as like an Elseworlds thing, but actually having it fully fit in with the MCU, I'm like, I don't know. I want to be along for the ride. I want to be along for the ride. And that suit up scene, marvelous. That's just, yeah. I had a lot of time for that. And again, just look at the costume. Look at how bright and bold and vibrant red that is. That's what you got. That's what you got to have right there. And also, I appreciate Squidgy Man. That's a very good point. This is, even though it's like 2.5 minutes, this is a teaser trailer. Because in fairness, it is just teasing. They really don't show anything of real substance besides the fact that, you know, it's a TVA story. So we know that. But besides the other characters and the real crux of what is happening, that's like still a mystery, basically. As a couple of bigger mysteries coming up. Okay, just gore and blood splatter. You love to see it. Full Mortal Kombat. There's the destroyed Fox logo in the background, which we knew that was a thing. We've seen lots and lots of pictures of that. And also, so much credit where it's due to the awesome gunplay. Like, we've seen that before. We've seen people do like the gun reloading. I mean, actually, did Deadpool do this in Wolverine Origins? I think he might have, mightn't he? Again, that's just a great shot of the suit, isn't it? The suit, man. The suit. It just looks so good. It looks so good. But yeah, did he actually do some of that in X-Men Origins? I feel like he did, because even though that film was awful, garbage, toilet, poopy water, he actually had some cool moments at the start of that movie. It then all just went horribly downhill after that. But there was some, it wasn't Deadpool in Wolverine Origins, it was Maverick. Ah, okay, he's stolen Maverick's gimmick. But yeah, that's so cool. And what is this guy getting picked up by? Some kind of flying person. Don't know what the deal is with that. And then also, like, where is he? That looks kind of like the motorbikes on the left look like Captain America First Avenger type bikes. And like, is this a First Avenger sort of thing? Maybe. I mean, it could be, but again, too hard to tell at this point. But then also, it looks like there's like a ice cream clown hat in the back or something. It's going to be, is this going to be, I forget what it was in Loki, but in Loki, wasn't there like that place, like outside of time, where things just drop and fall, and maybe he might be in there or something. Fuzzy suggesting that might be Morbius picking him up. Gosh, could you imagine? Shocking. Oh my God! That looks cool. Okay, for a split second, I thought that was Doctor Doom. Obviously, it's not. But, you know, when I saw the metal mask, I was like, oh, no. And then, of course, not. They're not going to reveal Doctor Doom in a 2-second cutaway. Oh, Tom, that could potentially have been a Nightcrawler. Yeah, and yes, Northern Nomad, you're absolutely right. Ryan Reynolds blocked bullets with his katana. Yeah. Oh man, that film was bad. I thought that was Doom 2 and thought it was the 2000s Doom. It'd have been hilarious. Okay, I'm glad that I'm not going crazy, at least. There were some big Doom vibes there. And it may very well have been a crashed helicarrier. Yeah, I think because they were, you know, they've referenced the crashed helicarrier before. So yeah, that does look on the far left there like a crashed helicarrier. More ultraviolence. Oh, someone just lost a leg. I do just love the amount of gunplay and bullet casings that we're seeing. Like, this is going to bring the comedy, but there's going to be some heavy action going on here. I also like that shot in the car. Like, that's pretty brutal, man. That's geez Louise. That's the kind of Deadpool R rating sort of look that we're going for. That looks like, you know, they just shot Marvin in the face. That's a gnarly looking scene right there. So yeah, I don't think we need to worry about them shying away from anything. Don't know. Oh, so this is Pyro. Is this what we're deciding here? Did someone say that they actually confirmed that somewhere? It makes sense. Again, the person in front of him, I don't know. And also, I guess that these are like dare I say, like a brotherhood of mutants. But I'm guessing this isn't the Brotherhood of Mutants. This is going to be a different group. But you know, what is the group? Who are they working for? All that kind of thing. We don't know. We don't know. It's still up in the air. That's what's kind of exciting to find out. So I'm guessing maybe these guys are working for Cassandra Nova. We don't know. We don't know. It could have any kind of tie-ins going on with these different things.
I'll discard. Wait!
Okay, now this is the big question. Who put him through that wall? Because that's not a Wolverine punch. That's got to be either Hulk or Juggernaut. So are we thinking Are we thinking that we're gonna see Juggernaut come back? Because I would love to see that, even in an even more traditional costume. Or Fuzzy. That's also a very good point. That could have been Colossus. That could have been Colossus who did that. Because also it looks as though that punch sets up the Wolverine reveal at the end, but it doesn't, because you see that this punch knocks him against the sign, whereas Wolverine approaches him when he's lying flat on the ground. Dude, if it's the 2003 Jelly Baby Hulk, I would actually mark out for that. Yeah, so you see, this is two. Yeah, these are two separate scenes now. And I'll skip forward a little bit on this because it just lingers for a while, and I don't want to get demonetized or anything, because we've done a pretty good job of not getting demonetized. So yeah, there you go.
And there, you ape. Give me a hand up.
Shigunk, bro. That was a mark out moment right there. Holy potatoes. You know what? I'm not like massively sort of like, oh my god, I'm not like super won over. I'm just like, okay, this seems like, it seems like Deadpool 3 with Wolverine. But honestly, seeing this hasn't got me any more hyped than I already was. Seeing that little shot of white tuxedo patch Wolverine, okay, that got me a little hyped. That got me a little hyped and a little bit got the juices flowing. But besides that, I just don't know. I like the funny, but I like to have like funny over one side and serious over the other. And when you're getting your funny in my serious and your chocolate in my peanut butter, I don't know.
Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, try to pull it off. And Wolverine and Deadpool. Boom. There we are. Folks, start your countdowns and your speculation until July, whenever it is. July the something or other. I know that's coming up on the trailer any second now.
And folks, that does it for the breakdown of the Deadpool 3 teaser trailer. What did you think about it? Honestly, my hopes and expectations are still kind of right there. Didn't change anything either way. But again, even though it was 2 minutes, that was just a teaser trailer. We haven't got any idea of the story, the other characters, anything. So there's a lot more to reveal, but still, there's enough to at least kind of get the juices going a little bit. So guys, thank you for watching that little snippet. And next time, I hope I might see you in the live stream itself. But until then, keep displaying model behavior.